Hello everybody, this is Cameron's on, and today we're playing Prescription Love. Now if you guys remember last time, we tried to approach Dr. Anselm about some unusual things. He basically just said that it might just be our head. Honestly, I have no idea what's going on. He seems kinda nice. I don't know if he is the one who's been spying on us. It's very much possible, especially with that weird coffee thing last time. But I really don't know. But yeah, let's just get started. Like I said before, if you're interested in playing it yourself, the link is down in the description. Let's get you settled in with some dinner, shall we? Ooh, I do love dinner. He steps over to a small cart, lifting a bowl with a lid. Ooh, is this soup? He sets it down in front of me and lifts the cover to reveal a bowl of plain porridge. Compared to the delicious breakfast he made earlier, the porridge looked a bit bland. I can't help but feel a twinge of disappointment. He chuckles at your reaction. I'm sorry, it's not quite the same as breakfast, is it? I can't always be spoiling you. Porridge is good for you. It's gentle on the stomach and easy to digest. I understand the need for a simple meal, even though it's not quite as appetizing. He gives me an encouraging smile as I picked up the spoon. Who knows, maybe I'll surprise you with another special breakfast soon. I can't help but smile back. I'll hold you on to that. The taste may be bland, but the warmth and care behind makes it a comforting meal. Aw, thank you. After finishing the porridge, I start to feel the heaviness of drowsiness creeping in. Must be the medications kicking in. I struggle to keep my eyelids open. Dr. Anselm, always observant, notices my struggle to stay awake. Also, y'all, I'm gonna be for real. It's kind of interesting that our character hasn't ever really described being much in pain. I mean, we're taking painkillers now, but I kind of feel like our character hasn't really mentioned pain, like, all that often, to need painkillers. I'm just saying. Let me take this away so you can get a good night's rest. He moves quietly, carefully gathering up the dish and tray. Like, I'm just saying, I've been sleeping all day. Like, I went to bed, I woke up, I had some food, I took a long-ass nap, and then now it's bedtime again? What the hell? Okay, but you'll be back in the morning, right? Aw, they're blushing. It's actually kind of cute. Why, of course. I'll be here in the morning to check on you. Sweet dreams, Cammy. Alright, good night. Aww. That's actually pretty cute. Please, no nighttime shenanigans, though. As the room dims, I hear him softly shutting the door behind him. A simple assurance that the room is secure and safe. With the door closed, I finally allowed myself to fall asleep. The world around me fades. When my eyes open again, I'm not in my room. The hell? Oh, why am I in an alleyway? Oh, is this like a memory? I'm standing in a narrow alleyway. The air is thick, hazy, making it hard to see much of anything. I start walking, my footsteps barely making a sound in the eerie quiet. Something about this place feels familiar. Almost like I've been here before. But I can't quite put my finger on it. Kinda sounds like this person is running. The more I move, the more the sensation gnaws at me, tugging at something deep in my mind. Then it clicks. Why in the world am I wandering around like this late at night? I'm dreaming. The realization brings a strange comfort but also a deeper confusion. Why does this place seem so familiar? I keep walking, looking for an exit. But the alley stretches endlessly before me. No doors, no windows. No one else in sight. Suddenly, I hear extra footsteps echoing behind me. I'm not alone. Don't do this to me, man. Ugh, I can't handle being scared like this. My heart skips a beat. Just as I'm about to turn around, oh god, Oh. Okay, my eyes snap open and I wake up. Hey, Dr. Anselm, you are really up on my face, aren't you? You do look pretty cute, though. I'm immediately greeted by the sight of Dr. Anselm's face inches away from mine. Hi. Ah, we both yelp at the same time, startled. He jumps back so fast he nearly knocks over the tray beside my bed. His eyes are wide with shock, and he looks as flustered as I feel. My heart's still pounding in my chest, not just from the dream, but from having him this close to my face. I opened my mouth, but no words came out, feeling shy under his gaze. My words feel heavy and misplaced, as if they'd only make this moment more awkward. Sorry, he stammers, quickly standing upright. I didn't mean to scare you. I watch his hands fidget nervously. I was just checking your vitals and you look so peaceful and I would have to ask, what in the world were you doing? Were you trying to maybe give me a little kiss? It's okay. I mumble, cheeks warm. Suddenly, I'm unable to look directly at him. The room feels suddenly too small. Awkward. There's a lot of silence before he quickly recovers. So, how was your sleep? It was weird, actually. I had this dream about an alleyway. Something flickers across his face. Well, that was a little scary. A slight shift in his expression, like he's suddenly paying extra attention. An alleyway? What happened? I shrugged, feeling a bit off from the dream. I was just walking and I heard footsteps behind me. Like someone was following me. But I woke up before I could turn around. He listens carefully, eyes focus on me like he's considering something. There's a moment where I think he might ask more, but he doesn't. He gives a small chuckle. Does sound like a strange dream, but dreams are usually made up of random thoughts and feelings all mixed together. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I release a breath I didn't realize I was holding. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for that, Dr. Anselm. Of course. He gestures to a small tray on the bedside table. Anyway, I brought your breakfast. Oh my god, another breakfast? I hope you're hungry. Ooh, is that salmon? Oh my god. We love a man who can cook. I look over, noticing a bowl of salmon and rice. Though some of it may have spilled onto the tray. It looks so good. His eyes widen in horror as he notices the mess. Oh no. I didn't realize. I'm so sorry, I can bring you a fresh one. No, it looks delicious. It won't take long. Before he can leave, I reach out. My hand gently stopping him. Oh my god, he's blushing. It's kinda cute. No, it's fine, really. I want to eat it. It looks delicious. I pick up the spoon and take a bite. The buttery taste of the salmon immediately fills my mouth and I smile at him. See, it's perfect. I say, my words muffled slightly by the food. His face softens, the guilt fading from his face. He watches me for a moment. There's something tender in his gaze that makes my chest warm. I'm glad you're enjoying it, even if it's not exactly how I planned. After savoring the final spoonful of breakfast, I wipe my mouth and glance at Dr. Anselm, who is busy tidying up the tray. Hey, Dr. Anselm? Ooh, okay, so I get to have some choices here. Can I go on a short walk, or can I try calling my family again? I don't know which one I should do. A short walk sounds nice, and then can I try calling my family again? I don't know which one's the better option. What about can I go for a short walk? I think that sounds nice, isn't it? I just need a change of scenery, stretch my legs a little bit. He immediately stops what he's doing and turns to me. I'm afraid you can't do that yet. You're still not fit enough to exert yourself. I furrow my brow slightly. Not even walking? I ask, trying to push a little, thinking it wouldn't be much effort. His stance doesn't soften. If anything, he seems more resolute. Even walking. The finality in his tone makes it clear that he's not budging on this. Just outside my room? Absolutely not. Oh, okay, well, this was a tone change. I feel like it would still be the same if I chose the family one, because I bet the calling the family again thing might still make him uncomfortable. Oh god, it got dark. There's a hardness in his expression that catches me off guard. For a brief moment, I felt a small flicker of fear. But just as quickly as it came, the intensity melts away and his usual gentle demeanor returns. It's for your own good. Even a short walk would set you back. I need to make sure you're fully recovered before you go exerting yourself. His explanation is calm, but the memory of that sudden shift lingers. Still, I nod, reminding myself that the doctor knows best for me. Very good. The firmness in his voice now replaced with a tone of approval. I sink back into the bed, exhaling softly. But I'm suddenly overwhelmed by a sense of sleepiness. Did you also drug my salmon? Why are you drugging everything you're giving me? Wait. Did I take my medication? The thought floats lazily in my mind, feeling distant and hard to grasp. I try to focus on Dr. Anselm, but his figure starts to blur. My vision slowly fading at the edges and the room seems to spin. Before I can form a coherent question, I feel the warmth of his hand as he gently pulls the blanket up over me, tugging me in with gentle care, but it all feels distant. I want to speak, but my body feels heavy and my thoughts scatter. I'm pulled into sleep before I even realize it's happening. Ooh, what's gonna happen next? Jeez. I gasp awake, my breath catching as I sit up. I blink, trying to gather my bearings. My head foggy like I was still caught in a dream. I sit up slowly, the weight of fatigue still pressing down on me like a heavy blanket. Like damn, at this point, with how much I'm sleeping, my limbs are just gonna atrophy. How long was I asleep for? Oh, hello, Dr. Anselm. You're in my room. Super late at night again. Oh, good evening, Cammy. I look up, startled. It's Dr. Anselm. I rub my eyes, trying to shake off the grogginess. Evening? My voice scratchy, trying to shake the fog from my mind. How long was I asleep for? Only a few hours. You needed the rest. How are you feeling? I pause, trying to assess myself. Groggy, really groggy. I admit, the words slow to form. Why do I feel so tired? I ask, my voice a little sharper than I intended. I mean, after breakfast I was exhausted. He doesn't flinch or seem surprised by my question. Instead, he pulls up a chair and sits beside me. The same steady patience in his expression that he always has. Fatigue is one of the most challenging symptoms after a brain injury. The brain has to work much harder to compensate for the damage, even for the smallest tasks. It can drain your energy much faster than you realize. His explanation is so calm, so reasonable that I find myself nodding almost automatically. I mean, it does make sense. Of course it makes sense. But why do I still feel unsettled? Ooh. I gotta say, the soundtrack for this game is quite good. We got a nice variety going on here. It's not unusual to feel exhausted out of nowhere in your circumstance. Your brain is basically working overtime as you recover. It's important to listen to it, to give yourself that rest when you really need it. I'm nodding, but something inside me is stirring. Something uneasy. My gut tells me that there's more. This music is actually pretty creepy and I love it. Something he's not saying, but his eyes, warm and kind, don't falter. He pauses briefly, giving the small cup of pills in his hand a gentle shake. Here we go. It's time for your medicine. Okay, we got some different options here. Do another save. Let's just accept the medicine. I have a feeling if we reject it, it's gonna lead to the bad ending. But let's see. I take it from him, the pills rolling slightly in the plastic as I tilt the cup in my hand. These will help. You've been pushing yourself. Your body needs the support. I nod, lifting the cup to my lips. The pills go down easily with a sip of water. The taste familiar, leaving a slight bitterness on my tongue like always. I feel a little more at ease as the fog in my mind starts to clear, if only slightly. Good. Don't worry. I will take care of you. You'll start to feel better soon. There's something oh so reassuring about him. His quiet patience, the way he never seems frustrated, even when I ask the same questions over and over. It's like he understands without needing me to explain. Thank you, I say softly, sinking back into the bed, the sheets cool against my skin. My eyes are still heavy, but I'm less tense now, more at ease. His presence always seems to have that effect on me. Dr. Anselm stays seated beside me for a moment longer. Then he stands slowly, as if not wanting to disturb the calm that settled over the room. If you need anything, just press the call button. I'll always be here for you. As the door closes softly behind him, the room feels quieter, but in a peaceful way. Like all the tension has been drained away, I pull the blanket up around me, feeling safe, cared for, and finally ready to rest. Dr. Anselm's words linger in my mind as I close my eyes. I'll always be here for you. With that thought, I let go of the last of my worries and let sleep take over, trusting that when I wake up, I'll be in good hands. Oh my god, okay, so that was the ending. We basically finished the neutral route, but I wanted to explore more because there are things to check out, and there's also the bad ending, of course. First, I kind of want to see what would happen in this section, because this is the route where we did everything perfectly, but I kind of want to see what would happen if we rejected the medication. I don't know whether this leads us to the bad ending because we are perfect in all the other choices, but let's just see what would happen if we rejected it at this point. I stare at the small cup of pills in Dr. Anselm's hand. I don't know why, but today, the sight of those pills make my chest tighten with dread. He's watching me, waiting patiently. But something inside me snaps. No, I'm not taking them. I slap the cup away from his hands and the pills scatter across the floor. Man, like I said before, what I do applaud in this game is not only like the good art and the interesting story, it has a good variety and soundtrack, and you don't always see that with some indie games or some visual novel games. What the hell have you been giving me, Dr. Anselm? I feel exhausted all the time, I can barely think straight. And you just keep handing me these pills like it's nothing. These are your prescribed medications, Cammy. They help manage your symptoms and reduce the pain without them. I don't trust you. How do I know they're not making everything worse? What if you're keeping something from me? Dr. Ansem looked stunned, but it is the sadness in his eyes that stood out. It's subtle, just beneath the surface, like he's holding it back, trying to stay composed. I'm not trying to hurt you. The medication is to help you recover. Without it, the pain will come back. I just can't bear to watch you suffer. But I'm not listening. The mistrust that's been festering inside me has reached its boiling point. I'm not taking them. I don't trust you. Dr. Anselm nods, his face falling just slightly as if my words weighs heavily on him. He looks at me for a long moment, something unspoken in his eyes, an almost pleading sadness. For a moment, I expected him to argue, to push back, but he doesn't. He sighs, stepping back. I won't force you. Okay, well, this is not what I expected. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this. He stands, holding the now empty cup, his eyes locking with mine. There's no anger in his gaze, just quiet sadness. I don't know if this is the bad ending, it doesn't really feel like it. As though he's trying to remain strong, but can't fully hide how deeply my rejection has cut him. He turns toward the door, moving slowly, almost reluctantly. I don't know what to feel about this. I kind of feel guilty if I'm being honest. Though, I don't know if he's doing that on purpose or... I really don't know what's going on. As he reaches the doorway, he pauses, his hand resting on the handle. If you change your mind, I'll be right here. See, now I just feel bad. His voice soft, but I can hear the pain in it. I'll never stop trying to help you. Then, with one final glance, he leaves the room. See, I can't tell if this is the bad ending, or maybe it's because all our choices before has been, pretty good. The door clicks shut behind him, leaving me alone with my racing thoughts and the lingering tension. The room feels colder, emptier. I sit in the silence, the air thick with the tension of what had just happened. My anger still simmers beneath the surface, but the moment Dr. Anselm leaves, doubt creeps in. I know I shouldn't have lashed out like that, but something inside me just couldn't let go of the distrust. With nothing left to do, I let out a long, shaky breath, trying to shake off the exhaustion that was still weighing me down. Maybe I just need rest. Maybe everything will feel clearer if I can just sleep this off. Whoa, okay, well, that happened. Okay, now this definitely looks like some bad ending stuff. But almost immediately, a sharp stabbing pain erupts inside my skull, so intense that it rips a gasp from my throat. The pain is unbearable, instant, and overwhelming. Okay, so the pain is real, because like I mentioned last time, I was wondering whether it was real in the first place, because our character never really described any kind of pain, but I guess it is real, I don't know. It was as if something inside my head was crawling, tearing, ripping to break free. I clutch my head in my hands, squeezing hard as if I can somehow crush the pain away. But it's useless. My vision blurs and darkens, the room twisting and warping around me. I can barely see. I need help. I need to call someone. Just do the call button. I reach blindly for the call button, but my fingers are trembling so badly they feel useless, slipping across the bedside table in desperation. The call button tumbles from my hand, bouncing uselessly onto the floor. I know I have to move. I have to get help before this pain rips me apart. I force myself to stand, stumbling forward like a puppet whose strings have been cut. My legs give out beneath me, the world spinning as I fall. Crunch? What the hell was that? Also, that kind of scared the crap out of me. What the hell is that? This sound is horrible. Is that bone? I don't know what else it could be. Ooh. A wet snapping noise that reverberates through my body. It's as if something inside me snapped, but I don't know what. My neck? My spine? Oh wow, that looks like a lot of blood. I hit the floor, crumpling in a heap. Wow, maybe I really couldn't, like, get up and take a walk, cause what the hell? Cammy. Cammy? I barely registered the sound of someone calling out my name. I can't move. I can't breathe. Please, please stay with me, Cammy. Cammy. This is all my fault. See, now I feel bad because I was all suspicious of him, but some of this is starting to look kind of real. Please, Cammy, don't. But I can still hear them, barely, calling out to me again. Their voice breaking, filled with immense desperation. My head hangs to the side, heavy and limp in their arms. The warmth tightens around me, holding me close. But I'm slipping. And then, complete silence. Wow. Okay, that definitely looks like a bad ending because I look like I essentially died, I guess. Okay, so that went in a way that was completely unexpected. Because I kind of accepted Dr. Anselm to go a little violent on me, but that is not what happened at all. Okay, so now I'm kind of curious because I want to see other things that happen in this game. Because I do wonder what the other choices are, because there were kind of a lot of choices. Okay, by the way, I'm back in this point, and when I did this last time, I asked if I could go on a short walk, and there was kind of like a tone shift. I don't think it would really matter, because I think regardless, if I said, can I try calling my family again? I think that shift would still, happen, but I am kind of curious what his response to that would be. Of course, let me get the phone. Okay, well, he was completely fine with that, I guess. He leaves the room briefly and returns with a phone in hand. I dial the number carefully, each press deliberate. I even double-check the numbers to make sure they're right. I bring the phone to my ear, waiting for the familiar ring, but again, there's no answer. I frown. This is the second time they haven't picked up. Something just doesn't feel right. I take a closer look at the phone and realize there's no signal. Oh, okay, well now I'm kind of glad that I came back and redid this part, because I know something will go wrong. But I didn't realize it's because there's no signal. That's a little creepy, isn't it? Confused, I ask him, why isn't there any service? Is this even a hospital? Are we underground? Like, what the hell? Dr. Anselm pauses for a beat before offering a quick response. Whoa. That was really fast. I did not do that. I'm gonna go back, because I am kind of curious, because I don't know if that was like really fast on purpose or whatever. Okay, so that was on purpose. They do that on purpose so that it feels quicker. Let's try to see and read what he said. What is this? Oh, okay, see? It's very quick. So our history, it's probably just a connection issue here. The signal's always a bit tricky in this building. Actually, I can't tell if that's a bug or not, because it seemed a little strange we wouldn't be able to read that, but we're able to read that in the history. But it's okay, we'll just move on. I can't help but feel the explanation felt strangely rushed. The room feels too quiet now, like the silence is pressing down on me. I sink back into the bed, exhaling softly. But I'm suddenly overwhelmed by the sense of sleepiness. Wait, did I take my medication? Okay, so this is definitely one of those very odd things that is happening, because at least I feel like maybe the going out and taking a short walk is definitely kind of a no-go, because oh my god, did we basically just die just from getting out of bed somehow? But this one seems very suspicious. It's as suspicious as that time when I asked him about the coffee, because that was definitely a little creepy. But I feel like this should be the same. Yeah, I don't think it's any different. Yeah, so this part is still the same. It was still worth going back because that is how we can learn about how supposedly this place has no signal, which is a little creepy. But let's try to think of what other options we can do here. I think another one was kind of in the way beginning with like the creepy man who was staring at us through the gap. So let's maybe do that. See, when I did this, I called them out. Threatening is a little different, and I'm also a little scared of what's gonna happen, but I think we should try it. I'm not gonna let this creep scare me. Ahem. Hey, I see you. I know karate. Oh my god, that is the worst threat I've ever seen in my life. So you better back off. The eyes stayed fixed on me as if testing my courage. I don't know if there's anything different that's gonna happen, let's be honest. I squint, trying to focus on the narrow gap of the door. I can't make sense of what was happening. Was someone actually watching me? Okay, that seems to be about the same. Let's maybe go back and do nothing. I don't think it would really matter. I wanted to look away, to close my eyes and pretend I hadn't seen anything. But I couldn't. I was paralyzed. My gaze locked with the eyes in the door. I squint, trying to focus on the narrow gap of the door. This should probably be the same again. Yeah, that is pretty much the same. I am definitely gonna be going through this game and see if there are any other options I could do differently. Okay, so I totally forgot that there was another option where we were asking Dr. Anselm about the creepy guy who was watching us. So from him, he said security couldn't find anything from last night's recording. And our option was to either insist or let it go. From what I remembered, I just let it go. But I am kind of curious to see what would happen if we insisted. Whoa. Okay. This game has a lot of different music. I gotta say, it's a whole variety of different songs. It's very interesting. My breath hitched and my anger flared in my chest. Are you serious? I snapped, my voice louder, harsher than I meant. I could feel the frustration boiling over, too intense to hold back. There was someone there, Dr. Anselm. I wasn't imagining it. Okay, so we are like super agitated in this route, I guess. I could feel them watching me. And you're telling me that there's no proof? How am I supposed to sleep knowing that creep is still in this building? Dr. Anselm looked sad. Like my reaction wounded him somehow. I mean, if we're being honest, that was a little bit of harsh reaction, but I don't know, man. He opened his mouth to say something. Like, keep in mind, this was before we were suspicious of him, but then again, I don't know. I don't like making people feel bad. But no words came out for a moment, and the silence between us grew thick with tension. I'll talk to them again later. His voice softer now, as though my anger had deflated him. I feel kind of bad. I promise I'll dig deeper into this. I don't want you to feel unsafe. He paused, a quiet sadness in his eyes that I couldn't fully understand. I just feel bad now. That's not what I wanted. You're right. I'll make sure they take a closer look. Trying to focus on something else, I reminded him. Well, maybe I shouldn't feel that bad for him if he is the one who kidnapped me and kept me in this hospital basement thing. I don't know what this is. About the call you promised last night to my family. Okay, this looks about the same again. I don't really know if it's gonna make much of a difference. Alright, so that is the end of Prescription Love. We pretty much explored all possible options, and I really am quite excited for the full game because this demo has been really quite fun and also really quite interesting. I don't know what to make of it because I'm so sure that Dr. Anselm is like this yandere who has us in like a hospital, I don't know, fake hospital basement thing. But I also don't know because he seems really sweet, but there's also a lot of strange things that don't quite add up. And I thought he was lying at first, but it is interesting because if we don't take the medication, we do seem to, I guess, almost die. So I really don't know, man. But yeah, I really quite liked this game. It was really quite fun. The art was quite good. I really like the story. It's so mysterious and I want to know so badly what's happening. But I also gotta say that the soundtrack, it does have a lot of variety. It was kind of unexpected to hear all the different kinds of music and stuff. And it's actually pretty neat. I'm so excited to see what the full game is like. Anyway, if you guys are interested in the game, like I said, I'll be including a link down in the description. But yeah, I think when the full game comes out, I might consider buying it because I really found the demo quite fun. I really can't help it because honestly, Dr. Ansem seems so sweet, but I also don't know what's really going on. And I don't know, he's kind of hot, but also it is very suspicious, so I really don't know what's going on. But I found this game so much fun. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, whether you're spooky or sweet, you're all part of my night sky. Goodbye, my little air puppies!